Close your eyes and think back to the most magical Christmas morning of your childhood. Can you remember that feeling? The anticipation as you ran down the stairs, the sparkle of lights on the tree, and then there it was, that one gift that made your heart leap. The toy you'd been dreaming about for months. For over 100 years, children have experienced that same rush of Christmas joy, though the gifts under the tree have changed dramatically. Today, we're taking a sleigh ride through time to unwrap the most iconic Christmas presents from each decade, from the Roaring Twenties all the way to today. And you'll notice something interesting as we journey forward. Not only do the toys get more high-tech, but they get quite a bit more expensive too. So grab some hot cocoa, get cozy by the fire, and let's discover what made Christmas morning special for kids across 10 decades. Picture Christmas in the 1920s. Families gathered around the radio, jazz music filled the air, and under modest trees sat gifts that cost just pennies but brought endless delight. The absolute superstar of 1920s Christmas mornings, the yo-yo. When these simple wooden toys hit mass production in 1928, they became a national sensation. By 1929, factories were churning out 300,000 yo-yos every single day. Kids everywhere were mastering tricks like walk the dog and around the world, and yo-yo contests became community events. But the 1920s also gave us Christmas classics that still warm our hearts today. Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls, with their button eyes and cheerful smiles, became beloved companions under countless Christmas trees. Teddy bears continued their reign as the ultimate huggable gift, while erector sets let young builders construct trains and Ferris wheels, sparking imaginations on cold winter days. The Great Depression made Christmas challenging for many families, but the gifts of the 1930s proved that joy doesn't require a big price tag. The decade's brightest star was America's sweetheart herself, the Shirley Temple doll. These dolls, capturing the charm of the famous child actress, became the most sought-after Christmas present of the entire decade. Every little girl wanted to comb Shirley's curly locks and dress her in adorable outfits. Other gifts reflected the era's need for affordable joy. Mickey Mouse dolls brought Disney magic home for the first time. Creative families made sock monkeys from, well, socks. And late in the decade, a certain Red Ryder BB gun started appearing under trees, a gift that would later become legendary thanks to the movie A Christmas Story. Christmas during World War II looked different, but by 1945, something wonderful was about to bounce onto the scene. Right before Christmas 1945, in a Philadelphia department store, the Slinky made its debut. This simple metal spring that could walk downstairs captivated everyone who saw it. 400 Slinkies sold immediately, and they've been walking downstairs and into hearts ever since. The 1940s also saw little green army men become staples in Christmas stockings, honoring the real soldiers fighting overseas. After the war ended, Lionel electric trains roared back into production, becoming the ultimate big Christmas gift. And those heavy metal Tonka trucks, they rolled under trees and into backyards, where they'd survived decades of imaginative play. The 1950s, the golden age of toy innovation. Christmas in the 50s was all about fun, color, and incredible new inventions that are still beloved today. The hula hoop took America by storm in 1958, selling an astounding 25 million hoops in just months. Christmas morning suddenly got a lot more active as kids tried to master the hip-swiveling technique. But the 50s gave us so much more. In 1952, Mr. Potato Head became the first toy advertised on television, and sales exploded. Silly Putty and Play-Doh turned accidental inventions into perfect stocking stuffers. And on March 9th, 1959, something historic happened. Barbie made her debut, quickly becoming one of the most iconic dolls in history, and a Christmas wish list regular for generations to come. The 1960s, when toys got serious and seriously fun. The 60s brought us to the moon, and toys started reaching for the stars too, in both imagination and price. G.I. Joe launched in 1964 and revolutionized boys' toys forever, earning almost $17 million in its first year. These action figures let kids create endless adventures, and they've marched through Christmas mornings ever since. Girls got their own revolution with the Easy Bake Oven in 1963, letting them bake real treats with just a light bulb. Hot Wheels zoomed onto the scene in 1968, and suddenly every kid needed a collection. Plus, classics like Etch-a-Sketch, Light Bright Operation, and Twister turned Christmas gatherings into family fun time. The 1970s, a galaxy far, far away comes home. Everything changed on May 25th, 1977, when Star Wars opened in theaters. By the time Christmas rolled around, kids everywhere had one wish: Star Wars action figures. These little plastic heroes became the defining toy of the decade. By 1985, over 300 million figures had been sold. Kids built their own galaxies under Christmas trees, acting out adventures with Luke, Leia, Han, Darth Vader, and friends. But the 70s also brought the Atari 2600 home console in 1977, transforming Christmas into a high-tech affair for the first time. Suddenly, families could play Pong and Space Invaders right in their living rooms. And who could forget the Pet Rock? For one glorious Christmas season in 1975, the perfect pet really did come in a box. The 1980s, Toy Mania and Shopping Cart Wars. If you lived through Christmas in the 1980s, you remember the chaos. This was the decade when toy shopping became a contact sport. Cabbage Patch Kids triggered the first modern Christmas shopping frenzy in the mid-80s. These adoption certificate dolls sparked actual riots in stores. Parents fought in aisles, employees got injured in stampedes, and a simple $30 doll became the most wanted gift in America. The Nintendo Entertainment System arrived in 1985 and changed childhood forever. Christmas suddenly meant you might get a whole gaming system under your tree. Transformers robots, Teddy Ruxpin's storytelling magic, Rubik's Cubes and My Little Pony collections filled wish lists too. The 80s proved that Christmas toys were becoming big business. The 1990s, Tickle Wars and digital pets. The 90s took Toy Mania to new heights, literally and figuratively. Tickle Me Elmo's Christmas debut in 1996 became legendary. This giggling Red Sesame Street character caused pandemonium. Fights broke out in stores, employees were trampled, and desperate parents paid resellers over $1,500 for a toy with a $30 price tag. It was the ultimate Christmas craze. But the 90s also brought us Tamagotchis in 1996, making kids responsible for digital pets they could carry everywhere. Furby arrived in 1998 with its own robotic adorableness. Beanie Babies turned stuffed animals into collectibles, and the Game Boy, especially with Pokémon, became the handheld toy every kid needed. The 2000s, when gaming took over Christmas. As we entered the new millennium, Video game consoles became the ultimate big Christmas present, with price tags to match. The PlayStation 2 launched in 2000 as a must-have gift. Then came the Xbox 360 in 2005 and Nintendo Wii in 2006. Gifts that could cost $250 to $400, making them serious Christmas investments. These weren't just toys anymore. They were family entertainment centers. Razor scooters got kids scooting around neighborhoods. Bratz dolls offered edgier fashion, and Robo Sapien brought robotics home. iPods and portable electronics also became huge teen gifts as prices dropped. Christmas was definitely getting more expensive. The 2010s, surprise eggs and screen time. The 2010s saw Christmas gifts split into two worlds: high-tech screens and surprise collectibles. iPads and tablets became common big gifts for kids. Hatchimals absolutely dominated Christmas 2016. These surprise hatch creatures sold out worldwide. In 2017, Fingerling's monkey toys were the must-have, and LOL surprise dolls took over the late 2010s, with NPD data showing they held 7 of the top 10 toy spots in 2018. Frozen dolls flew off shelves after the movie's success, and Lego sets, Star Wars toys, and superhero merchandise remained perennial favorites. Christmas wish lists were getting longer and pricier. The 2020s, premium gaming and nostalgic returns. Here we are today, where Christmas's biggest gifts can easily cost $300 to $500. The Nintendo Switch remains a top Christmas present, while PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles have become premium wow gifts. The Barbie Dreamhouse made a huge comeback in 2023. Bluey toys are all over current wish lists, and even Tamagotchis have returned with modern twists like the 2025 Care Bears Digital Pet. Classic brands like Lego, Tonka, and teddy bears still fill stockings, proving that while prices have soared, the magic of Christmas morning remains timeless. From yo-yos that cost a nickel to gaming consoles worth hundreds of dollars, Christmas gifts have certainly evolved. But here's the beautiful truth. Whether it's 1925 or 2025, the real magic isn't in the gift itself. It's in the love behind it, the joy of giving and gathering together to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and the blessing of family. So this Christmas, whatever gifts sit under your tree, remember, you're part of a century-long tradition of creating Christmas morning magic. And that's the greatest gift of all. Merry Christmas, everyone.